Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to what new Secret Service recruits go through at boot camp. I searched, I think I just searched Secret Service training, and this is what popped up because I done a video yesterday, and I don't know, I feel like I'm just gonna go down a bit of a rabbit hole now of like sort of Secret Service type videos and sort of learning about the things they have to go through. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm just in a good mood today. If you know, you know. If you've seen my Twitter or my Instagram, I am in such a good mood. I'm just very tired and very hungover, but I'm happy, man. I'm really happy, and I'm just living life. But yeah, man. I mean, hopefully you go on to enjoy these sorts of reactions. Again, suggest in the comments maybe there'll be better videos out there for certain reactions. I do want to do more wired reactions, like these sort of former agents explain sort of things like I done it before with, I think, like MI5. No, that's English agents. Some sort of like spy agents in the US, and it showed like the technologies that they used years ago. And I just find those videos interesting, but I sort of got lost of it and just stopped doing them. But suggest in the comments sort of videos like that if you want to see them. But I mean, yeah, man, what's the video title for this? I'm not even going to say it, but Secret Service recruit training. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be very, very brutal. But to what degree, I'm interested in seeing that. But hopefully you're going to enjoy. Quick shout out to my Instagram, my Twitter. Again, when I'm having a good time and things are happening, I post stuff on those socials. So links are there for those interested, for my Instagram, my Twitter. Same for my Patreon. Links are all there for those interested. But just jump into it, man. Life's good, man. I'm happy. But let's just jump into it.
You okay, man?
Mother.
Hey, put the bat down. Police, drop the bat.
Is this yeah, it's a training exercise. I was confused for a sec.
I want you to take all the notions that you have about what we do in the Secret Service, that you've seen on the movies and on TV shows, and I want you to throw it out the window. The Secret Service is the premier law enforcement agency in the world. It is by far the best protective agency that's ever been. The Secret Service has a zero-fail mission. That is now your responsibility. That is now the weight on your shoulders. Now you have to earn it every single day.
I'm trying to make sure that
This is Secret Service Boot Camp.
I just have a question. Has there ever been any cases of sort of Secret Service agents or people in the Secret Service trying to assassinate presidents themselves? There must be cases where they've tried poisoning them or something like that. Like, I'm sure there must have been things like that have happened maybe a long time ago. I don't know how long the Secret Service has been a thing for, but let me know in the comments. That could be an interesting story as well. I mean, I only learned yesterday that there was a talk slower. I need to talk slower. An assassination attempt on Ronald Reagan, and I didn't know that, but obviously I saw it in the video yesterday. Maybe I'll do sort of a video focus on that soon, if there's interest in that. But there's still so much to sort of just see, man. And like, wasn't the Haitian? Is it Haitian? And the Haiti president is Haitian. I think that's how you say it. Was assassinated, which is baffling. Something else happened as well, but I can't remember. There's been a lot going on in the world, hasn't there?
Before they join the Secret Service, all recruits have to graduate from the agency's 6-month training program. Training happens here at the James J. Rowley Training Center in Laurel, Maryland, located about 20 miles north of Washington.
Welcome to the James J. Rowley United States Secret Service Training Center.
On day 1, a new class of recruits arrives at the academy.
Have a seat. Every one of you sitting here right now, there was about 100 other applicants that tried to get the seat that you have earned.
Oh, wow.
How did you earn that seat? You earned that seat by getting through our very, very difficult and in-depth vetting process. And you should be congratulated. And I hope you celebrated, because the celebration time is over. Now's the time for business. Everybody clear on that? On Saturday, you will depart.
Before they begin their Secret Service-specific training, these recruits will spend 3 months at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Artesia, New Mexico.
Get back in the building now.
Before returning to Maryland for 3 more months of focused training. That includes driving, marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and realistic threat scenarios.
You're going to hear a phrase over and over and over again throughout your training, in particular this week. The Secret Service has a zero-fail mission. What that means in layman's terms, ladies and gentlemen, is this. You don't get a bad day in the Secret Service. There's plenty of other pursuits out there, noble pursuits, lawyers, plumbers, firemen, doctors. If one of those folks has a rough night the night before, stays out late, they have to deal with their boss, some kind of disciplinary action. If you have a bad day and you don't do your job, you're going to change the world. Is there anyone that doesn't want to proceed at this point? All right, then let's get down to business.
Imagine someone just pops up and just says, yeah, I ain't doing this no more. This guy's about to he's about to rage, bro. He's gonna be like, what are you doing here in the first place, boy? Or girl?
We spent 3 days at the training center, where we observed recruits at various stages of training.
It's going to be a long week.
For the new class, their first week focuses on a physical evaluation.
Let's go. Don't stop.
And getting rid of any bad habits they may have brought into the academy.
We left yesterday without chairs being pushed in, and now we can't pay attention to detail 1 minute after the detail's given out. And we're laughing and joking in here. It is going to be an extremely long week. Do not make plans for Friday getting out of here on time, because that ain't happening.
Although we were allowed to film inside the academy, our access was limited, and we were only able to film certain aspects of training, the rest of which remained secret.
There's certain things that we will not be able to show yourself or any other members of the media here, and that's really for the safety of our protectees. We don't want to advertise our playbook, so to speak.
For example, we weren't able to film any training that incorporated this partial replica of Air Force One, used to create specific scenarios where the president is threatened.
We don't want to give people specifics into our protective methodologies that we have in place for some of our protection. Clearly, some of those things we cannot share, and that's really to make sure that we're not giving any sort of an advantage to any of our adversaries out there.
United States Secret Service, America's first line of defense against the counterfeiter and the crank.
The Secret Service was founded in 1865. Its primary mission, to combat the counterfeiting of U.S. currency.
The famed Secret Service, whose foremost duty...
Wait, it was created... Wait, what? Did I learn about this in the last video? I feel like I may have, but I can't really remember.
Service was founded in 1860.
So it was founded in 1865. 65. So it's very, like, nearly 160 years. It's been 156.
Its primary mission, to combat the counterfeiting of U.S. currency.
What the fuck? That's so weird how that's what it was initially made for.
The famed Secret Service, whose foremost duty is protecting the President of the United States and his family.
The Secret Service began its protective mission after the 1901 assassination of President William McKinley.
Wait, how many presidents... Sorry, I'm pausing it a lot. I thought there's only one... No, I thought there was only two. Assassinations. How many presidents have been assassinated? 4. Oh, actually, I do know that because obviously Lincoln, of course. Wasn't Lincoln at, like, the theatre or something? I feel like I've seen that one quite a lot. It was like a theatre and someone came up behind him, or someone like shot up at, like, you know, like those little high bits up at the theatre, or the old school theatres. And it doesn't say the other names. Fidel Castro. 8 died in office. Oh, okay, so the 4 that obviously were assassinated. So I guess the other ones just lost their lives through other means. And not since 1963, so I guess since then they've upped it to levels that you just can't imagine. I mean, they will have. They just will have.
The president's personal bodyguard. I go where he goes. I want to say that anybody who has no business with him better look out. And believe me, I don't mean maybe.
Since the Secret Service began its protective mission, the president has remained a target. Since 1901, President Kennedy has been the sole president to die at the hands of an assassin, despite numerous attempts by others. Like in 1994.
Oh shit! They're just doing it in public. They're just... Yo, is this the Reagan one, the Ronald Reagan one? They're literally just doing it in the streets. How do they have this footage? Oh my.
When a gunman opened fire on the White House while President Clinton watched a football game
Oh, Clinton.
inside.
Due to the weight of our protective mission, we have to make sure that anyone in those positions is truly worthy of trust and confidence, which is our motto.
Bro, I need to look at this, like some of these stories in depth individually, man, because I feel like I'm gonna be absolutely shocked by this. Has there ever been an attempt to kill the British prime ministers ever? I don't know if there has. There probably hasn't, or not to this degree.
Here. We're getting ready to go into another campaign year, so we have to build up our workforce in order to help support that.
The base salary for new agents and officers starts as low as $47,000 a year. Potential recruits apply on the Secret Service website, but most applicants are eliminated during an intense vetting process.
Generally, it takes quite a long time in order to get through our screening process. The very in-depth
My guy
background
looks
checks,
scary as fuck.
qualification to
He's
obtain
been
a
through
top
hell,
secret
you can
clearance
tell.
and maintain one, to undergo a polygraph examination, successfully pass that.
But I wouldn't say it to his face, boy, because he would fuck me up. One built motherfucker.
Have a lot to be proud of just for the fact that they're sitting here.
Stay right there.
One thing to understand, guys, this is not a video game.
In this exercise, recruits interact with a video screen that plays a scenario involving a potential threat to a protectee.
Search up! Hey, stop moving! Stop moving!
And are
Oh, shit,
judged
that's
on
fine.
how quickly they're
Let's see.
able to assess and respond to the threat.
So, there's the gun I knew I was going to find. What can I do with this?
Recruits also engage with role players who create realistic law enforcement scenarios.
I'll check it over here, officer.
Working in motor vehicles plays a big part in training in what the Academy calls protective transportation. Recruits train behind the wheel of high-speed Dodge Challengers and Chevy Suburbans.
The Secret Service's mission is to get protectees safely from point A to point B. The training that we provide enhances that mission, that foundational driving that they are going to need to be effective Secret Service agents.
All right, is everybody ready? All right.
Recruits also experience a rollover simulator to prepare them for what it's like inside a vehicle that's flipped over.
Next four up.
The instructor allowed us in the simulator
I'm upside down.
to experience it from the inside. Recruits spend hours on the firing range.
They really gave every scenario.
They cross paths with active agents who've come back to the academy for in-service training. Recruits engage in water-based scenarios, including being challenged to escape from this apparatus, which simulates being trapped in a helicopter that's flipped upside down underwater.
What?
You guys good? You still want to be here? Yes, ma'am. You guys ready to do some team tactics? Yes, ma'am.
Recruits learn control tactics, used to detain and subdue an assailant. Male and female recruits train together throughout basic training. Of the approximately 7,000 people in the Secret Service, less than 25% are female.
I'm gonna come around and check your seals one more time.
One of the most challenging parts of training occurs when the recruits are exposed to tear gas.
COVID, man. Needed these masks for COVID, bro.
Oof, it's burning my eyes. We couldn't bring our camera inside the gas chamber, but we did convince an officer to shoot inside with an iPhone, showing us what it's like for recruits when they're exposed to the gas.
Oh, they just start spraying. Fuck me.
We weren't allowed to interview recruits during training or to film at graduation. Once training is complete, these future agents and officers begin their zero-fail mission against the backdrop of an intense election year in a nation divided by politics.
We protect the office of the president. We're not political appointees. It doesn't matter to us who the people elect. We're going to protect those individuals with the same zealousness that we would regardless. Political opinions don't come into play at all.
I mean, that's probably the best way to go about it, isn't it? I mean, there's probably a few people, no matter how much you train someone, there's probably going to be a few people who are like, hating the president, whether it's left or right or whatever sort of party it is. There's always going to be people who probably hate the president. And again, that's why I sort of asked, has there ever been any cases of Secret Service sort of members or agents trying to assassinate a president or do something to the president? Because I'm sure there's been cases. But again, maybe they are trained so well, that's out of their mind completely. I mean, that's obviously the best way to go about it, isn't it? 100%.
We're focused on is training, preparing them to do the job that they're going to need to do, and that's all that counts for us.
And that's it. Man, that went quick as hell, bro. Interesting one though, man. I say it every time, I do really enjoy this kind of stuff, man. It's just something that I never thought I'd sort of start learning about and watching, but like, now I am. It's just pretty cool to see what people have to go through, really. It feels so quiet after seeing Marine Boot Camp video. Secret Service's zero fail mission, JFK. Recruits trained behind the wheel of Dodge Challengers. Queues to Dodge Charger. Zero fail mission, JFK, am I a joke to you? Every car guy here is pissed after the Dodge Challenger part. Someone tell me why I'm so addicted to binge watching this series. So basically it's everything in the movie, everything like the movies. This isn't a game, proceeds to Tokyo Drift. This is not like the movies, drifts in high-speed Charger. In high-speed Dodge Challenger, shows training with Dodge Charger. I don't know my cars. That is the most Charger-looking Dodge Challenger I've ever seen. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy this stuff. And again, I don't know if you're allowed to, but if you can in the comments, say if you've ever been someone who's done this as a job, or you know someone who's done this as a job, or went through the camp and failed, or whatever it is. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people who try and get into it, but it's just so damn hard, or so grueling on your mental sort of health. Physically, it's just grueling. But yeah, man, let me know in the comments. But hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.